There, got it. What an ordeal. Just to get that bolt off. I will work at trying to get that bolt out later because this is still a very usable exhaust. But with that stud in there, or with this, yeah, that's not good. So we'll figure out a way around that. But this is just going to the sidelines for right now anyway. So do that. And we'll find a broom and clean up our mess. At least our mess for now. Anyway, that'll work for right now. Now let's see about the exhaust O-ring. So I have another one, but I'm not sure if it's big enough. So we'll see how it fits. Yep, it's too small. So typically you want to replace these, but I don't have one right now. So we're just gonna use the other one that I had in there. And I'll eventually get around to changing it. Good thing I don't have big sausage fingers. It'd be harder to get in here if it did. Yeah, clamp out of the way. Just don't need that now. Try to keep them loose. Guess we didn't have them loose enough. There we go. Putting in the rubber grommet. There we go. Spacer. nice that they supply this tool with it. Otherwise you have to force it with pliers. And so anyway, that's pretty much the majority of it. Snug that up. Snug the header pipe up. And there's a torque spec for this. I'm just trying to get it approximate tight. And you've got to use these 2 bolts with the hardware behind it to mount the new heat shield. We'll see if these bolts come out like the last one did. Hopefully a little bit better. Childproof. Sometimes they just get a little too much torque on them, and then they just kind of stick. There's one. And there's 2. Nice heat shield. That's that in a nutshell. And there's foil tape that goes down right here. I'm not putting it on because I'm going to be replacing these a little bit later, so I don't want to waste that. Okay, so that in a nutshell is a pretty easy install, except for when the bolt doesn't come out right here. And here's kind of a word of caution. If the bolt doesn't go in smooth, stop, don't force it. And if it doesn't go in smooth and it's the right bolt, then get a tap. And what I mean by a tap is something like that, okay? And what this does is this chases the threads so that you can get a clean set of threads. They will cut new threads, but they will clean out old threads too. So that way when you put your new bolts in, they work and they don't gall up inside. Because I think that's what happened with the other exhaust that I took off of this. Somebody forced a bolt and then it broke, or it didn't break, but broke something on the inside, like the nut, the wells that hold it. So anyway, if they would have done this, I wouldn't have had a problem with that exhaust. So overall, after a nice mess to clean up and drilling that bolt out, I think it turned out pretty good. So we'll give it a start a little bit later, maybe in the next video, because this one's getting a little long. So anyway, here is a project that I'm into now, enough money that I could have bought a brand new one.
Or taking your family on vacation.
Yeah. So anyway, it's easy to get a lot of money dumped into these bikes, because right now, with this bike, I picked it up in good shape for $2,800, and by the time I did the cylinder mod, the piston mod, had the cylinder head rebuilt, the Hinson clutch basket, all the internal OEM parts that I replaced in it, and now with this exhaust, and then the wheels and tires and chain and sprockets, I'm knocking on $8,000, which a lot of you guys don't understand, that it takes a lot of money to build one of these bikes. And then some of you have a problem with, and I have this problem too, is buying a bike and not knowing where to stop. So hopefully you guys don't get stuck in that trap. Anyway, stay tuned for another video.